Hey guys, before you start watching this video, I just want to let you know that I do have a Patreon, and even if you don't support me, which I would love immensely, please support a creator that you love today. If you can. If you cannot, support them by commenting, support them by subscribing to their channel, support them by keeping up to date with what they're doing, because a lot of us, that's all we want. Thank you. So right now it's 10:47 p.m. on January 25th, 2019, and according to news reports today, both the House and the Senate approved a bill that was then agreed on by President Trump to end the shutdown, and so by now he should have signed the bill into law and returned 800,000 federal workers to work. This is a temporary bill that will last for 3 weeks. But at what cost? At what cost did this whole debacle, which lasted more than a month, almost 2, 35 days, that's how long it took for compromise to win out. 35 days. I'm sorry, but this is not acceptable, Mr. President. This is not acceptable, people of Congress. If we are to do our civic duty, well, if you are to do your civic duty and uphold the law and uphold the government in the way that you see fit, you must do that very thing. Uphold the government. That requires you to keep the government open and working. That requires you to continually allow the people that work under your auspices to receive the payments that they need in order to sustain their livelihood and possibly even their position. Considering how many people were affected by this, I, for one, am appalled, and I, for one, am very much afraid of what may happen if this kind of a thing were to happen again in 3 weeks. Because Trump has hinted that if there is no wall within 3 weeks, they'll go back to the same tried and true tactic of letting the government shut down and waiting for you guys to give them what they want. Because, of course, when it comes to President Trump, when it comes to any bully, they constantly pester you until they get what they want. They constantly do that. And if you don't give them what they want, they do things that make your life and the lives of others untenable. Untenable and unbearable. And that's not the way we want to run the government now, is it, boys and girls? I wouldn't think so. I would think that when it comes to the government, when it comes to the way that we run the government, we need to make sure that we're committed to one thing above all, and that is democracy and the service of the citizen. It's not the service of self. It's not the service of whatever you want. It's not, oh, well, if I don't get my way, I'll whine and cry and throw a fit until I do. It's the service of the common citizen. If we cannot agree on that, if we cannot concede that point, if we cannot focus on that particular, viewpoint, then what are you? What is this? What are we, if not cattle at that point? What are we, if not disposable elements, subject to your very whim, subject to whatever painful existence that you design for us because you are not satisfied with how things have been working, with how things have been going. I say this not as a criticism, but as an encouragement to work toward compromise and unity. Unity within the government is the most important thing we need right now. If we're divided, we fall. And in these times when foreign powers are looking for a way to control us, to subdue us, to destroy us, we need to stand united. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If any of you Congress members stumble upon this video, share it with your colleagues, please. I urge you strongly to seek out compromise wherever it may be found. Thank you. And I hope you have a great night.